So Houdini 19.5 is here, and it comes with a couple of new things. And of course, as usual, certain things do change. And one of those things is the interface of the RBD bullet solver. Now, the underlying concept that I teach in the course have not changed, but what has changed is the order of the parameters in the node. Side effects reshuffled and repositioned a couple of parameters, and that was a good choice because now it actually makes more sense. Problem is, most of the videos were recorded in Houdini 19, not in Houdini 19.5, and since the underlying concepts have not changed at all, I decided not to re-record all the videos. What I will do in the next weeks though, of course, is I will go into the videos, and whenever there's something has changed, I will try to put it into the edit so that I tell you where it is now, so it should be easy for you to find. But be aware, it could be here and there a little bit confusing. Now, what I want to do, at least in this video as a starter, is show you where everything was before and where it is now, so that at least you have a video where you can always check. The logic, thankfully, is still relatively similar. So on the left side, we have the old system, and this is what most of the videos are based on. And on the right side is the new interface. What you can see is that the first tab is now called Setup, and this is where you find the most important stuff, which is mostly similar to what you find in the solver before as well. So you have sub-steps and you have constraint iterations, that's still the same, and you have the time scale. What is new is the bullet world scale, which was before hidden under advanced right here. And this is now rightfully in the beginning because it's so essential. What has moved is everything that comes after, because what we had before here is the active objects, the collision objects, and the ground, and then on top the forces. Now the active object, so the current geometry that is simulated, has now moved to properties. So here you find everything, as you can see here, that was before in the bullet object, with a few exceptions. But mostly you find everything here. You have density, you have bounce and friction, and you have collision padding and linear threshold and all that. So all of this is here as well. It just moved around a little bit. Then collisions just moved from a sub tab to a main tab. And here we'll find everything that has to do with collisions, just like before, including that the ground is now here under collisions as well, which makes a lot of sense. So the ground tab has moved into the collisions tab up here. Then there's the forces tab, which now got its own main tab. And as you can see, it's identical. So that shouldn't be hard to figure out. Then the constraints tab is still basically the same, just a little bit more simplified, less stuff that we usually don't care about. Mainly the constraints part here, which was never used, and I also don't use it in the course, but breaking threshold is now the main thing. Then impact, this is also something that was a bit more advanced, so we didn't talk about this tab anyway. This is now moved into the output tab at the very end, but this is not important to you. Again, this tab is actually not used in the videos. And then guided simulation is now just called guide. This video probably I will re-record because a lot of stuff is drastically simplified now, which is really nice. And what was before under visualize at the end is now moved a bit further up to visualization, and it's a bit more organized, but it's basically the same. And most stuff under advanced, there were a few things here and there that were very important before, like the bullet word scale or the sub-steps, and this has moved somewhere else. So in here under advanced really is only the advanced stuff left that is actually not necessary for your everyday work. Special thing here is the sub-steps of the internal DOP network. This now moved to the setup, so at the very beginning where it belongs, it now has a parameter called global sub-steps. So you will find everything that you need, it's just somewhere else. And again, I will try my best for all the videos to always tell you when there are parameters where it moved to so that you will find it. But if there is any video where I forgot that, please do me a favor and just give a comment so that I'm aware that I missed that part and I will quickly fix it. I do really respond to those comments. So I hope the next couple of videos will still be helpful because again, the underlying concepts have not changed at all. It's just that a few parameters here and there have moved. So I hope this video was a little bit helpful. Thanks very much and see you later. Cheers.